I apparently have woken up from a slumber. I don't remember anything about the past year. I do remember being completely alone in a closed-in space talking to myself, and looks like that hasn't changed at all. I saw False Positive starring Alana Glazer, big fan. Justin Theroux, big fan. Pierce Brosnan, big fan. Written and directed by John Lee, also co-written by Alana Glazer. On paper, this sounds like a reunion of Broad City. Both Alana and John Lee did Broad City together. John Lee directed a lot of episodes. Alana, obviously the star and the head writer. I went into this movie thinking it was going to be a comedy because I'm a silly goose and saw Pierce Brosnan in a doctor's gown with a needle going like this. And I'm like, that looks hilarious. Plus Alana's in it. Perfect. Comedy gold. Then I watched 15 minutes of them staring into the abyss, talking about not being able to get pregnant, and lots of slow, like flat shots. Everything is gray, and I had to pause and look up what I'm watching. Turns out this is a horror movie. I had no idea. This is why I'm terrible at my job. False Positive is about a couple who cannot get pregnant, so they go to this very, very weird and like ultra fancy doctor who's Pierce Brosnan, and he promises that they will get pregnant using his doctoral methods. And then weird things happen. And then that's the whole movie. I got almost nothing out of this movie other than everything being gray, Pierce Brosnan hamming it up, and just lots of just dull scenes. If you may be thinking halfway through this movie, where's the horror? Like, it's kind of weird, but that's all I'm getting out of this. Until you get to the end, you'll find out, because the last 30 minutes are absolutely bonkers. It's like they saw Midsommar and then they're like, hey, let's make that, but more about like pregnancy. So this is like a body horror movie, kind of like Rosemary's, like a modern Rosemary's Baby, but even more boring. I don't know who this movie's for other than people who really, really, really love Alana Glazer and Justin Theroux. The cast is great. The acting it's fine. Like, everyone's very, very, like, just serious. Just everything is so important in everything that we're doing, except for Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan's pretty good at being creepy. I got nothing out of this movie other than weird visuals, gross visuals. And the last 30 minutes are gross and weird, but it's not worth the first hour and 20 minutes. This is a long movie. It feels it. This movie is like an hour and a half and it feels like it's 3 hours long. There's better movies on Hulu. This is a 5 out of 10 for me. I did not get anything out of this. It's weird being back here. Like, I felt weird talking to myself in my own house, but that was like, you know, my own house. Now I'm at the office here. It's just weird, much like False Positive, except I like being here, and I don't like watching False Positive.